Michael Schumacher awake? Michael Schumacher health latest 5 years on, accident timeline. According to Sports Mail, it is suggested Michael Schumacher is not bedridden or existing on tubes anymore. However, it is still believed the soon-to-be 50-year-old is receiving extensive nursing and therapy care, with estimated costs rumored to be more than £50,000 a week, Mail Online added. December 29 will mark 5 years since the greatest Formula One driver in history fell while he was skiing off-piste in France and suffered a severe head injury, leaving him in a medically induced coma for 6 months. Mail Online also reported Mr. Schumacher is living with his close family in the main body of his house. Official updates from Schumacher's family have been incredibly scarce in the months and years following the incident, but it is believed Mr. Schumacher has continued to receive medical treatment and rehabilitation privately since leaving the Lausanne hospital. The beloved Formula One legend was skiing off-piste with his son at the Mirabeau ski resort in France in December 2013 when the accident occurred. Although an experienced skier, Schumacher fell at a relatively low speed and hit his head on a rock. Last month, a German archbishop also gave key insights into the physical condition of Formula One legend Michael Schumacher. Archbishop Georg Gansen apparently visited Schumacher in 2016 and has now encountered how the meeting went down. He said, "I didn't want to pray on the spot with him because I could not know if he would want that. But one senses that he perceives encounters and has an inner dialogue with himself. You can feel that the proximity of his family is important to him." Michael Schumacher crash and recovery timeline. December 2018. According to Mail Online, Mr. Schumacher is not bedridden or existing on tubes anymore. November 2018, Archbishop Georg Gansen claims Schumacher perceives encounters and has an inner dialogue with himself. Spring 2018. During the 2018 Formula One season, Kemp shared a small insight into his family's feelings. She said, "What can be said is that the family really appreciates the empathy of the fans. The people really do see and understand his health situation is not to be shared in the public eye." 2017, the racing legend's lawyer was forced to tell a court Schumacher cannot walk after German magazine Bund claimed the 49-year-old could walk in an article. Bund magazine had to pay Schumacher negation 50,000. 2015, Sabine Kem, Schumacher's manager, said his condition was improving considering the severeness of the injury he had. September 9, 2014, it is revealed Schumacher will continue his recovery in private at his home. Since being transferred to his family home in Geneva, Switzerland, a statement was released on behalf of Schumacher. The statement read, "Michael's rehabilitation will take place at his home. Considering the severe head injuries he suffered, progress has been made in the past weeks and months. There is still, however, a long and difficult road ahead." July 11, 2014, Corinna Schumacher says her husband is getting better after coming out of a coma in her first comments since the accident. June 16, 2014, Schumacher is no longer in a medically induced coma and leaves the hospital. September 9, 2014, it is revealed Schumacher will continue his recovery in private at his home. Since being transferred to his family home in Geneva, Switzerland, a statement was released on behalf of Schumacher. The statement read, "Michael's rehabilitation will take place at his home. Considering the severe head injuries he suffered, progress has been made in the past weeks and months. There is still, however, a long and difficult road ahead." July 11, 2014, Corinna Schumacher says her husband is getting better after coming out of a coma in her first comments since the accident. June 16, 2014, Schumacher is no longer in a medically induced coma and leaves the hospital. June 13, 2014, Schumacher is moved to the rehab ward. April 5, 2014, fresh hope for Schumacher with moments of awakening. March 12, 2014, more than 2 months after the skiing accident, Schumacher shows small, encouraging signs that he may awake from his coma. February 25, 2014, Schumacher's manager dismisses reports in a German magazine that doctors have ended attempts to bring him out of a medically induced coma. January 30, 2014, medics start to gradually wake Schumacher from a medically induced coma and blinks during brain tests. January 14, 2014, the Formula One legend has an operation on his skull to discover any brain damage. January 4, 2014, Schumacher is in a stable, but critical condition as doctors dismiss speculations he is out of danger. December 30, 2013, surgeons operate to stop brain hemorrhaging and treat intracranial pressures. Schumacher is placed in a medically induced coma. Doctors reveal helmet saved the racing driver's life. December 29, 2013, Schumacher suffers a traumatic brain injury and is airlifted to Hospital of Mautiers in a critical condition. He is later transported to Grenoble Hospital. Next news: new details of Michael Schumacher's condition revealed. Michael Schumacher's condition is much more positive than may have been previously assumed, after a report in the Daily Mail claimed that the record-breaking Formula One champion is not bedridden in his Swiss mansion, and does not rely on machines in order to stay alive. Schumacher suffered serious head injuries in a skiing fall in December 2013, and very little has been revealed about his condition in the near 5 years since, as his wife Corinne has insisted on strict privacy. The 7-time world champion has been recuperating at his home in Gland, Switzerland since emerging from a coma in 2014. German Archbishop Georg Gansen recently claimed in an interview that Schumacher had been able to sense those around him when he visited the family home in 2016, while FIA President Jean Todt, formerly Schumacher's Ferrari team principal, said he watched November's Brazilian GP with his former colleague, without shedding light on his condition. Now paddock veteran Jonathan McAvoy has written of Schumacher: "He is not bedridden. Nor is he existing on tubes. Yet it is believed he is receiving extensive nursing and therapy care, which has been estimated to cost more than £50,000 a week." The report also claims that Schumacher does not reside in a specially adapted section of his home. Schumacher's spokesperson Sabine Kemdaust reports earlier this year that the family had been set to move to a new residence on the Spanish island of Majorca, while reports in Germany have suggested that the former racer, who will turn 50 next month, is set to undergo specialist treatment at a medical facility in the USA. While Michael Schumacher has withdrawn from public life, the family name is emerged on the conscience of motorsport fans once again, as his son Mick has forged the beginnings of a successful career. Schumacher Jr. will graduate to Formula 2 in 2019, having won the European Formula 3 Championship this year. The 19-year-old was recently reported to have elected to sign to Ferrari's junior driver program, turning down Mercedes in the process in order to join the outfit that his father won 5 of his 7 F1 drivers' titles with. Thank you for watching the video. Be sure to share and subscribe to your channel to get the latest sports news around the world. Wished health and success. Goodbye.